Hi, welcome to episode 2 of the 10ish minutes show.
The comedy podcast written by you.
So, I'm pleased to announce that after only one show, we now have a sponsor with jingles and everything.
Yeah, the 10ish
minutes
show is now proudly brought to you by Timmins the Butcher. Pleased to meet you.
Was that...
Mom, I'm going to the skate park.
Not so fast, mister. Have you got everything you need?
Mom?
Just let me check. Are your jeans hanging low enough to enrage the elderly and tease paedophiles?
Yes.
Have you got your giant earphones that make you look like a, what's the word?
Twat.
Yes, that's right.
Look, Mum, I haven't forgotten anything. Can I go now?
Okay, have fun, sweetie. Mwah. Oh, don't forget to walk around with a massive sense of entitlement. Aw, they grow up into little pricks so fast.
Good evening and welcome to SFX. My guest tonight is Nicholas Ferry, the sound effects boffin behind Radio 4's finest broadcasts, and The Archers. Hello, Nicholas.
Good evening.
Our first question, how would you create the sound of a cat falling off a table?
Yes, a most technical process. First, find a cat. Borrow one, abduct a stray, and then place it carefully upon a table in the studio. Kick it in the face, and as it plummets to the floor and thud thereon, it creates the sound required.
Right. I thought you'd just drop a sheaf of papers or something.
No. A ludicrous idea. No.
Okay, next. What about a horse trotting along a street?
Yes, this is a more complicated affair due to the sad scarcity of our equine friends. On one occasion, I did obtain a carcass from
Timmins the Butcher
and performed the kiss of life thereon. Then I attached it to a rein and paced it up and down the studio, leading the old thing along. It creates the sound required.
Why not just bang two coconut shells together? Make a clippity-cloppity kind of noise.
Are you some kind of dim-witted dunce? I'd look a right nincompoop, wouldn't I, bashing away at bits of nuts like some kind of Hawaiian maniac?
It's radio. No one will see.
Yes.
So finally, how would you do an eclipse?
Well, yes. Well, this is the trickiest fellow of all. These phenomena only occur once in a blue moon. Huh? No? Okay. I would wait patiently until such an event did indeed occur, and then...
You could just have somebody say, look, there's an eclipse.
You ignoramus. That's just lazy writing, isn't it? People don't just say, look, there's a man eating an omelette, or look, there's a mongoose painting a tree.
Right, that's it.
Jolly good. How did you do that?
Greetings, I'm Satan. Don't you find you hate the feeling of all those little mistakes in your past? Are you still paying for that minor indiscretion from many years ago? A past affair, shoplifting, regicide. Hate those feelings of guilt years later? New lapses on top making it impossible to repent? Well, now you can, and it's simple. With Health Plan 01, you can now consolidate all your little sins into one convenient large sin. Don't worry about all those minor transgressions from the past, scrumping, mass fraud, urinating in church. Replace all that remorse with a single, very reasonable repayment of your soul each and every month. Marie was a common prostitute and resorted to petty misdeeds to fund her crack addiction.
I was constantly feeling remorseful and regretful for my liaisons with dirty old men in parked cars. I even stabbed my pimp in the throat with a PlayStation controller. Now, with a single contribution to the side of evil per month, I feel guilt-free, regardless of how much cock I suck.
And don't worry if you have a low-sinning check rating, as you can still apply.
As a good Catholic who'd never committed any misdeeds whatsoever, my guilt was still getting the better of me. With Health Plan 01, I am guilt-free each month, only having to pay back one monthly horrifically violent sexually motivated murder in return. It's so simple.
So, if guilt is getting the better of you,
remember!
If your minor indiscretions are pulling you down,
remember!
Or if you've never done anything bad in your whole life,
remember!
Anyway, Health Plan 01 for a guilt-free life.
Help Plan 01 is based on a no-sin, no-fee basis, so value can go up as well as down. You will not get back all you put in. Terms and conditions apply.
So, we're delighted to be joined by Dave Timmins of Timmins the Butcher. Pleased to meet you!
Oh, God.
Pleased to meet you.
So, thanks for sponsoring the show. Do you want to do your pitch?
Basically, if there's any animal you want to eat, bring it in and I'll butcher it.
Any animal.
As long as it can't speak English, you could be eating it tonight.
Wow, that's fantastic, David. Let me ask you, what's the most exotic meat you've ever eaten?
Now, that would be telling.
But it couldn't speak English, right?
Not fluently.
80 seconds and counting before this thing takes out half the west side. If I prise open the casing, yeah, it's a simple enough design. Carter, cut the blue wire. Carter!
The, blue wire, you say?
Yeah, quickly!
Are you sure? Because sometimes you say one thing, but mean another.
I'm sure! 60 seconds!
You see, occasionally, you'll say something like, oh, I don't know, something about how you'll call a person the next day, but then you don't. Or the day after that. Or ever.
You're seriously bringing this up now? Got the blue wire. 45 seconds left.
It's just, if you weren't interested in me, you could have just been honest.
Oh, you want to know the truth? Fine, I messed up, okay? And I've tried to make things good with you, but you won't even be in the same room as me. If I approach you in the bomb squad break room, you leave. The only way to get a few minutes alone with you is to plant a...
Plant?
Nothing.
Do you mean that you put this bomb under a children's hospital just to get a few minutes alone with me?
No. Maybe.
That is the sweetest thing that anyone has ever done for me.
Hey, really? Well, maybe if you're not doing anything tonight.
Oh, I'd love to.
Hey, did you cut that...
Oh, good morning, Vend 1000. How are you?
Hello, Margaret. Tea or coffee today?
Oh, it's so nice to see you, Vend. Have you missed little old me?
I was aware of your absence, Margaret.
Oh, I missed you too. How long has it been, Vend?
2 hours and 13 minutes, not counting the times you stop and look at me from across the street.
Oh, I was tying my shoelace, Vend.
It took you a long time.
Well, it's tricky.
Next time, try bending down to your shoe
Ah, good idea.
and looking at it.
I will.
And wearing shoes with laces.
Oh, what would I do without you, Vend? Can I call you Vend?
Call me whatever you like, Margaret.
Whatever I like. I'll call you Hubby then. I mean, Hubby, just my little joke, Vend. Oh, don't mind little old me.
I won't. Tea or coffee, Margaret? There is now a long queue behind you.
Do you ever think about running away, Vend? Leaving all this behind? Just you and me?
Who would dispense hot drinks in the immediate vicinity?
No, you're right. We have so much here. We can't throw it all away. Thank you, Vend. Thank you. See you tomorrow, Vend.
See you tomorrow, Margaret.
Oh, you will.
I know.
Toodaloo.
Toodle-oo, Margaret.
Morning, Vend.
Good morning, Bobby. Has she gone?
Yup.
At last. Kiss me, Bobby!
Come here!
Welcome to Scotland on Politics. There's no doubt celebrity power is hugely divisive in the independence debate. From Sean Connery to something called Katie Tunstall, it seems they all want to say. I'm delighted to be joined today by Hayley Hammersmith.
Hello.
For younger or just plain ignorant listeners, Hayley was a rock and roll hellraiser who had a top 40 hit in 1989.
Guilty as charged.
She was, and for me, still is, a pin-up girl.
Oh, you.
And she famously slapped a pregnant Annie Lennox.
Yes, well,
I'm sure she absolutely deserved it, though. Hayley, how are you?
Oh, very well, thank you.
So, first question. You've still got it.
Is that a question?
Well, it's a very true statement. Very true. I used to buy all your records. Your record. And my walls were plastered with your face and to a large extent your chest.
A long time ago. I'm only a pin-up girl to my husband now.
You're married?
Yes. 2 years. Malcolm is a conceptual artist.
Malcolm? I see. Sorry, just looking for my other questions. Ah, yes. So you're not just another celebrity trying to kickstart their career by getting involved with the independence vote?
No, not at all, no, but I do have a new single out next week and it's called...
Very interesting. So should Scotland be independent or not?
Yes.
Why?
Well, did I mention my new
You
single?
did, yes. Why are you encouraging the nation to vote for independence?
To be honest, my agent said we'd mostly be talking about my new single and that you were going to play
Maybe
it.
later. This isn't some Jamie Theakson-fronted youth music jamboree.
Sorry.
So why are you hell-bent on breaking up the union?
Well, Alex Salmon invited me to a party and really opened my eyes.
What happened at this party? Is that where you met the artist?
Oh, no. We met in a club.
A nightclub? Really?
No. A swingers club.
Seriously?
No.
Oh. So what happened at this party with you and our dear leader?
Well, I can't really remember, but when I was allowed to leave 3 days later, I was very pro-independence.
Was that another...
It was.
Aye, very good. So what are your fellow celebrities saying about it all then?
I was talking to Sir Sean Connery just the other week.
Connery? Oh, he's only a hop, skip and a 16-hour plane ride away, isn't he?
As I was saying, he feels there's quite a tangible shift in public opinion.
Right. I mean, all these celebrities are rich enough to bugger off when they like. You don't think Susan Boyle has an escape pod waiting to blast off to deepest Kensington if it all goes tits up?
And the playwright David Gregg...
Another so-called artist.
...gave a fascinating talk on how the Scottish people will finally be able to govern themselves.
Yes, I'm sure energy companies, banks and multi-billion-pound corporations won't have any say at all. So, Hayley Hammersmith will be voting yes.
I live in London, so I won't actually be voting.
Oh, for the love of... Anyway, here's Hayley Hammersmith's new self-financed no record deal, eh?
Not yet.
Here's a new single. I don't know what it's called.
It's called...
Right, that's all we have time for. Thank you, Hayley Hammersmith. Well, Dave, it's been a real pleasure. If I can coax one of those bats down from the attic, I'll be in tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks.
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, we've done all that.
I've left a little present in your freezer.
The black bin bag?
Yeah. If you find a gold ring on one of the sausages...
Just leave, please. Thanks.
I think you've been quite rude today, Sarah. Anyway, here's the credits. All sketches performed by me, Rob Flett.
And me, Sarah Laurie Johnston. Fend 1000 was written by David Salisbury. Skater Boy was by Thomas Smith. Celebrities by MJ Hughes. Bomb Squad was by Mark Cowling. Hellplan was by Dan Swarrett.
The producer was MJ Hughes, with music by Mark Byrne.